If you've been told you need a sewer line replacement, you've probably seen prices anywhere from $3,000 to over $25,000. So why is there such a massive range? And what should you expect to actually pay?
Get Eco.
Hi, I'm David with Eco Plumbers, Electricians, and HVAC Technicians. We deal with sewer line issues every day, and the most common question we get when it comes to sewer repair is, why is this so expensive? So in this video, we're going to break the answer to that question down clearly and honestly. In most homes, from what we have seen in our service areas, sewer line replacement typically costs between $5,000 and $20,000. Where your project falls in that range depends on how long and deep the line is, how it's repaired. By that I mean whether a traditional repair replacement or a trenchless sewer repair is the right fit for your situation, what's above the pipe, and the overall condition of the system. That's why two homes on the same street can have completely different costs. The first and also the most important factor that affects the price of a job is the length and depth of your pipe. The longer and deeper your sewer line is, the more expensive it becomes. Shallow, short lines create a lower cost. Deep, longer lines accrue a higher cost. Deeper excavation requires more labor, more backfill, heavier equipment, and additional safety measures. The next factor is the repair method. A traditional replacement has different costs than trenchless repair. Traditional replacement requires digging up the pipe. It is more disruptive, but it's often necessary if the pipe is collapsed. Trenchless options, like lining, require minimal digging, are less disruptive, but they are not always possible. The condition of your pipe determines the method, not the preference alone. Next would be what's above your sewer line. Costs increase significantly if the line runs under driveways, sidewalks, landscaping, or trees, or if it runs under concrete slabs or structures. Anything that has to be removed and restored, or if specialty equipment is required, that all adds to the total cost. The pipe material and condition can also have an effect on the price. Older sewer lines may be made of clay, cast iron, or Orangeburg. Some of these materials deteriorate over time, collapse more easily, or require full replacement instead of repair. The worse the condition, the more involved the job. Permits, inspections, and restoration also play a large factor in the pricing. Sewer replacement includes more than just pipe. Costs often include permits and inspections, excavation safety requirements, backfilling and compaction, restoring concrete, grass, or landscaping. These are required to do the job properly and legally. Costs are typically lower when the line is shallow, there's easy access, no structures are above it, the pipe qualifies for trenchless repair, the issue is caught early. Some companies tend to have higher prices than others. On paper, that might not seem fair, but higher quotes often include more experienced licensed crews, better equipment and diagnostics, full permitting and code compliance, strong warranties, more thorough restoration. You're often paying for less risk and better long-term results. On the other hand, lower prices on a quote can sometimes mean skipping permits, minimal inspection, less restoration included, lower quality materials or labor, limited warranty coverage. That doesn't necessarily mean the job was done wrong, but it can lead to additional costs later. At Eco, most sewer line replacements fall within that $5,000 to $20,000 range, depending on the situation. We focus on proper inspection first, recommending the right solution, not just replacement, and doing the job to code with full restoration. Most homeowners have three possible paths. Spot repair for smaller issues and has a lower cost. Trenchless repair, which is less invasive and has a mid-range cost but isn't always an option. Full replacement can be most expensive, but sometimes is the only option. The right option depends on the condition of your pipe, not just the price. Some costs aren't obvious up front, like soil conditions, rock, clay, water, hidden obstacles under the soil, unexpected pipe damage discovered during excavation. This is why quotes can sometimes change after the job begins. The cheapest option up front isn't always the cheapest long term. A lower cost repair might fail sooner and require repeat work, whereas a properly done replacement lasts decades and substantially reduces future problems. Sewer replacement costs have increased over time due to labor shortages, material costs, equipment, and fuel costs, so order pricing you find online may no longer be accurate. Replacement is usually worth it if the pipe is collapsed or severely damaged. You're having repeated backups, or repairs won't solve the root problem. It may not be worth it if the issue is isolated, or a repair or lining can solve it. Sewer replacement typically does not include interior plumbing repairs, drain line fixes inside the home. Those are separate systems unless specifically addressed. If you're concerned about your sewer line, the best next step is a camera inspection. That allows us to see exactly what's going on, determine if repair, trenchless, or replacement is needed, and give you accurate pricing based on your home. You can schedule that at geteco.com. Sewer line problems are never convenient, but understanding the cost ahead of time helps you make the right decision. Hopefully, this gave you a clear picture of what to expect. Thanks for watching.